grow, but you are not growing. So your gift can be high, but the growth of the Spirit and the stature of the Spirit is not there. In Acts chapter 18 verse 24, he said, a certain Jew named Apollos, born at Alexandria, an eloquent man and mighty in scripture, came to Ephesus. Apollos was an eloquent man. He was a mighty man. He was great in scripture. He came to Ephesus. Hear me. Most of you want to submit to pastors who have big church. A pastor can have a big church, but it's not matured. Your father in the Lord can have 10 members, and he has capacity to mentor you and father you. This issue of my father must be on television before I follow him is one of the reasons why Jeremiah 3:15 has been disobeyed. I will give you pastors according to my heart that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. The stature of a pastor is not the crowd. It's his capacity to understand spiritual matters. A pastor can have crowd gather, but he has been weighed on the scale and found wanting. He has no balance. He has no stature. He has no grace. He can be highly gifted, but small in scripture. Apollos was a man that was eloquent, anointed, and no scripture. Look at the people that mentored Apollos. They were not great. He said, this man was instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in spirit, he spake and taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the baptism of John. The only thing Apollos know, after being fervent, after being eloquent, after knowing scripture, it was only the baptism of John. He never knew about Jesus. He never knew about other things. But they were husband and wife that were in that same church, that were member of that church, that were in that meeting, that had capacity than Apollos. Now put verse 26. And he began to speak boldly in the synagogue, whom when Aquila and Priscilla had heard, they took him unto them and expounded unto him the way of God more perfectly. Aquila and Priscilla, when they sat down and they heard him talk, they discovered that he had